Hello, Amiritse. Shubham this side. I am AVP at MidhaFin, and today I am here to take your interview. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on passing FRM Part 1 examination with us. Um, on behalf of the complete MidhaFin team, we are extremely delighted that you have passed the examination. And I would start our conversation with congratulating you. So a very hearty congratulations on behalf of the complete MidhaFin team. Now, I would ask you to introduce yourself to our viewers so that they also know who you are, and then we can proceed.
Thank you very much. It feels very good to get such hearty congratulations. Okay, my name is Aminorish Adedayo. I studied accounting as first degree. I also went further to do my ACCA, and I qualified as a chartered accountant. And looking at my work experience, I've worked in the banking sector, mostly in the audit and risk management function to date.
Okay, well, that's great. That's great. You're doing great. And you see, the natural question that comes to me when you say that you are in the domain, you are working in the finance industry, like, why do you feel that going for FRM would be a better career choice for you? Why do you pursue FRM in the first place?
First of all, I've heard a lot about FRM and all of that from Nigeria, where I was before now.
Yeah.
And when I relocated to Dublin, I thought, oh, this is an opportunity to go into FRM, to
Okay.
carve a niche for myself in the industry, in the international world. And the FRM is such a rich course, and I believed that it will give me the knowledge that I want because I always want to be the best in what I do. And I believe that if you are very knowledgeable, then the sky is your limit.
Yes, exactly. You are right. And in fact, you have taken the path right away. You have qualified FRM Part 1, and you have qualified that part with the help of our study materials. So the next question naturally is, why did you choose MidhaFin over others?
Okay, when I was looking for a course provider, I did a lot of search. I went to Gap website. I got emails from Gap,
Yeah.
for approved course providers. I
Mhm.
also went to an online site. Is it a site or something? Quora,
Yeah.
and I checked. I was looking through, and the name MidhaFin struck me, and I was like, oh, they also provide online services because, I'm a very busy mom, and I didn't want to be burdened with the fact that I have to go into a formal class. So an online session would suit me. So
Yeah.
that was one of the reasons why I said, okay, I'll try it out. And I got in contact with MidhaFin, with Mikisa,
Yeah.
and I tested him by sending him some emails and WhatsApp to see if he would, respond to me personally, and which he did because I was also looking at the time for someone who will give me a personal touch, a provider
Yes.
who will give me a personal touch, not just someone that would, refer me to the sites or just tell me download, go to this site and all of that, So what struck me was the name, and Indians are known to be very intelligent. So I said I will go for this provider, and with the test I did, I was happy.
Well, I must say, first of all, thank you for saying that Indians are intelligent. Being an Indian, I myself feel delighted when I hear that. And yes, so you opted for FRM course with us, and uh, it was like we made claims, like we'll give you this, we'll give you that. What is your viewpoint on that? How much satisfied are you with the materials, with the support that we have provided? And also, you mentioned that we said, well, when you were trying to enroll with us, we said that we'll be giving you a one-to-one support. What is your viewpoint on that?
Oh, to be honest, I'm not trying to preach you happy. I have no complaints.
Yeah. Okay.
I was completely satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And, more so that you said you were going to leave the course open until anyone qualifies. That was that was very good for me as well, because, having to make that tuition payment twice also might be quite bothersome, on the pocket, so that was very good for me. And if I want to ask you, can you repeat your second question?
I just said that what is your viewpoint on the one-to-one support that we promised?
Oh, one-to-one support was perfect. I had my doubt sessions with you personally.
Yeah.
I had several doubt sessions. There was an online platform also to register your doubts. And what I used to do then was I collate my doubts and schedule a meeting, and I got the support, to be honest.
Well, exactly. That is something which we have always sought after. Our objective has always been to provide the best for the candidates, the best possible that we can do, in fact. And you say your journey, if I talk about your journey for FRM, it has been a challenging one. Like
Oh,
we have conversed earlier also, and like you are a working mom, right? And you have two kids to handle. So what strategy you have followed, like how this journey has been whole through this time? Can you please elaborate on that? Like how you managed to do it?
to be honest with you,
Yeah.
you need a lot of discipline to be able to go through FRM. I must tell you that saying it was challenging is an understatement, because as a working mom, I have my two boys, two energetic boys to look after. I have my husband to look after. I
Mm.
have my 9 to 5 job, and I have my house chores, and then my own self, so
You are a superwoman, I must admit.
so so all of that was not easy, I will tell you.
Well,
What for my personal strategy was I used to wake up about 4 a.m. in the morning
mm,
before my kids wake up. So I wake up 4 a.m. in the morning. I try to read until 7, and
mm,
I go to my kids and prep them for school. And, afterwards, I'm on my decks for my job. Luckily, I work from home
mm,
most of the time. So it's pretty fine for me in that regard. And then after work, when my kids are back as well from school,
mm.
I take care of them again with their homework and all of that. And then I'm back on my reading decks from 8 till 11:30. It wasn't an easy thing for me,
No, it isn't.
like,
It
yeah, like
isn't.
some days I skip, to be honest, when it's very, challenging on me. I
Mm.
skip and continue when I can, but I never used to skip for too long, because FRM is not something that you can leave for too long and come back to. You just have to be
Exactly.
focused. Yes, you have to be on it. You can
Mm.
skip 1 or 2 days, but not not for an entire week, I would say.
Exactly, exactly. In fact, you see, when you were saying like your daily schedule, like what you used to do when you were preparing for a Farm Part 1, and of course, I hope that you are doing the same for Part 2 as well. I was thinking in my mind, like in my hindsight, like what will it be possible for me to do the same if my scenario was something like what you faced? I personally feel like it would have been next to impossible for me. So you have done a commendable job, I must admit, like having a family of two, your own job, your own self, your husband, taking care of everything, and then at the end qualifying the FRM examination as well. I think that's commendable.
Thank
Okay,
you very
so
much.
yes, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, the efforts that you have put in. So you see, you also mentioned that we will be providing access, like when you were enrolling with us, we said that we'll be giving you access until you pass the examination. Well, in fact, I mean, I must admit that it has been our USP. Now it has become our USP, in fact, that until you pass the exam, you will have the access to the course. And in the market, it is a trend that people feel like, okay, our course is a little bit overpriced. Like some much cost-effective course are available in the market. So why anyone would go for MidhaFin? But the fact is, at MidhaFin, it's a one-time payment, and then you are well settled until you pass the examination. You don't have to pay anything extra. And I can safely say that in your case also the same has happened. We have never asked a single penny more. The amount that you paid at the start of your enrollment,
Yeah,
that's the only sum of
true.
money that we took, right?
Yeah,
So it has
correct.
become our USP, and that is something which we strongly believe in. Like if someone believes in you, you have to give them your best. Okay, and we are trying to do that as well. Now, coming back to you, my natural next question will be that you qualified FRM examination, you had your own strategy. So is there anything that you would like to share with the viewers who will be watching this interview? Like what they should do?
Yes.
There will be a lot of candidates you see who will be starting their preparation. So any inputs or any tips for them?
Yeah, first of all, I would say you have to know yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
have to know what works for you. And then you have to now use those two tools to form a strategy for yourself. Like personally, I wouldn't read, you know, in between, like into the night. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
For me, what works for me is waking up early in the morning or reading late, like maybe 8 p.m. to 12, but I must be in bed for at least 7 hours because that's another strategy to keep my health intact with my busy schedule. I try to sleep as much as possible. So
Yeah.
first I would say know yourself, then get your strategy right, know what you can do, and don't get carried away by other people's strategy because things work differently for different people. I
Yes.
can read all day, but I cannot read at night. That's me. Then secondly, you have to know your concepts. You have to be grounded in your concept. There,
Exactly.
there, there are not two ways about it. There's no shortcut. Is either you know it or you don't know it. Because you see, when you come to
Mm-hmm.
the options are very similar. And if you are not grounded in your concepts, then you run into trouble on what
Yes.
is the right choice for
Yes.
my answer. And then I would say you have to be very disciplined. FRM is not a course that you do and beside you, you have your phone and you are flipping through it or you are sending chats or laughing or sending out, sending
Exactly.
out some
Exactly. It
emojis.
can't happen that
Yeah,
way. Yeah.
you
And
have
in
to
fact,
be
you are right,
disciplined.
I mean, I would say you're absolutely right that you mentioned that it is not easy. It is not an easy course. You'll have to devote
No,
time, and
yeah,
that is true. In fact, a lot of people think that okay, if I study these many hours on a daily basis, then I can qualify examination. It's not about the number of hours you devote. It's about
no,
how quickly you are
effective.
able to grasp the concepts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that is
And
very
there,
important.
yes, and there's a whole lot to do on just one chapter. For
Yes,
example,
exactly, exactly.
yeah,
And
you
also,
have
you
to,
said that you have to like be very clear with the concepts. So there is no
yeah,
shortcuts, and that is
no,
true. In
no,
fact, a lot of people think that okay, if I am thorough with maths, then I can pass the exam. If I thorough with theory, then I can pass the exam. But
no,
that's not
no.
true. You'll have to be thorough with all the concepts, each and every aspect of a chapter. Then only it is going to work for you.
Yes,
Excellent,
very
excellent.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I hope that our viewers will find this information, the insights given by you, very useful. Now, just before we conclude, I would like to ask just one question. If I ask you, like, what is the one single thing that you liked the most about us, about MidhaFin, what would it be?
I would say it's the commitment. The commitment, yeah,
Thanks a lot.
the commitment to service, is very, very great. A lot of times you would see when, like, you provided me 5 mocks and
Yes,
you marked it early enough, promptly, and you sent the results and the solution back. If you used to see my chat, I always used to commend your team. No matter how late it was, I used to ask, please, I need my solutions now because I have to go through my mistakes and to quickly grab a concept I'm still lacking. And to be honest, they never failed me. They never felt burdened. They were always, one day I asked, was it Philip, that how do you guys do it? Do you do this for every candidate or is it just me? If you have to sell, I feel your service, you give more than what we pay, to be honest. That is my own take, I would say.
well, thanks a lot, thanks a lot. And in fact, that has been our objective right from the start. That whatever we do, we'll do it with full commitment. So we never back down. Given that you are also dedicated that much, and in your case, you were dedicated, and in fact, we were always delighted whenever your doubts came. It was like it became our like kind of top priority that okay, this candidate is someone who is actually dedicated towards FRM, and if we do not give her the time, the sessions, then it might not be fair on her behalf. So we always were there. In fact, we are always there for any candidate who is preparing for FRM exam dedicatedly.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, any last words
Lastly,
to the viewers that you would like to
yeah.
give? Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
I want to encourage, anyone, in the FRM journey, I would say, because it's a journey.
Yes, exactly. It's
You
a
know,
journey. You
yeah,
explore yourself.
yeah. I want to encourage everyone that even if you fail
Hmm,
FRM, it's not the end of the world.
exactly.
It's a stepping stone to your success.
Hmm,
Don't see failure of, oh, I wasn't good enough or I didn't do it right. If you find yourself that I mean, it's very rigorous if you are doing a
yes.
full-time job. If you find out that you didn't pass, sit back and see, what did I do wrong?
Hmm,
Talk to those who passed, check out their strategy, see how if it fits with your personality, and then go through the concepts again, go through the videos are there, go through, make use of the opportunities you have. Mickey Sir is always there. Shubham Sir is always there. Talk to
yes.
them. Of course, don't bug them with things that you should be able to solve yourself. You understand? It should
Yeah.
be critical things. Collect, compile your doubts and go to them. They would solve your doubts. So see failure as a stepping stone to your destination. And also, if you have like a library that you can go to study, to get maximum concentration, also do that. Because sometimes when you study from the comfort of your home, to be honest, if you are not disciplined, you find yourself going to make a cup of tea every time.
Exactly. In fact,
Yeah,
discipline is
because
the most important thing. Yes.
yeah, because I also, in addition to waking up and studying late, I used to go to the local library on Saturdays, and I
Hmm,
got maximum 8 hours concentration there. So that really helped me a lot. And
yes.
when I took my leave from my uh, office for about
Hmm.
5 weeks, I was in the library every day from dawn to dusk. You know, that
Well,
was
that is
how
excellent.
yes,
Yes.
FRM is no play. I've never seen any exam as difficult as it is. I did ICANN in the past,
Hmm.
Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. I did that before proceeding to ACCA, and I tell you, FRM is a different ball game.
Yes, exactly, exactly. A lot of people actually think that FRM is easy, but it is not. You
No,
have
it's not.
to show devotion. It's a very market relevant course. Whatever you are
Yes,
studying is actually seen in application in one way or
yes,
another. So,
yes.
yes, you have to be dedicated, very dedicated. And thanks a lot. The words that you shared with us, it is awesome. And I hope that people who will be watching this interview will find it a lot more helpful for them in order to decide what to do and how to do. So thanks again for your time, Amina, I would say. Uh,
Yeah, and I'll say
and
thank
I'm,
you for
yes,
for the opportunity given to me to speak. I'm really delighted.
yes,
I'm grateful for
exactly.
that.
Yeah, we are delighted. In fact, we are also delighted to have you as a part of MidhaFin family. And all the best for your FRM Part 2 exam. I hope that you clear FRM Part 2 with the same excellent quartiles, and you will be like just become an FRM, and then we'll be happy and we'll be doing one more interview once again.
No, no worries. I'm there for you.
Yes, definitely. And we are also there for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
You're most welcome. Yeah. Have a good day, Amina, I would say.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. Bye.